Autobots, it's time to go home. Let's abandon this backwater planet and go back to Cybertron.
As in...
Except that Cybertron is supposed to be a dead planet, so, you know, that's not the best idea, but sure, whatever.
I'm thinking that you'd probably be out of character, because Optimus Prime would clearly say, we're already home, because we're on Earth.
Well, yeah, that's actually something he kind of said. There's a theme about that at the end of the game. But I'm doing Bayformers Transformers, where nothing makes a lick of sense, and everybody acts out of character.
Okay, then that sounds about right.
Man, you know, I think people are too hard on Transformers Cyberverse. Like, in my opinion, the Machinima series wasn't good, so they're going back to a more standard cartoonish stuff. But people are just like, what with these little jokes or whatever? They've ruined Transformers. It's the same thing with TMNT. Just like, do you remember what this franchise is about? Giant transforming robots. Like, what did you think the original demographic for? What do you think the demographic for most of the shows were for?
You see, the thing is, people, it happens every time there's a serious installment, the next installment always gets a ton of flack.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this a little bit in earlier parts, but in this specific case, it's more like, look, not every series has to completely age with its original fans. There's such a thing as new fans, you know. And not every new fan is sub-20-year-old at his computer.
I'd like to hope that most new fans aren't that.
Exactly. So, it's not like the humor is cringy. It's just okay. There are some things I did laugh at. But everybody's just seems to have forgotten what we're watching here.
The thing is, they haven't forgotten. They're only they're expecting new television shows to have the same feeling as something they watched when they were kids. They thought the old show was something else because they were a child when they were watching it. So anything that was corny or silly or cheesy probably brushed past them instantly, and they're like, wow, cool, robots fighting. And then, like,
yeah, you cut out for a little bit there, buddy. So I'm just going to assume that you're praising my greatness over there, while I totally destroy Starscream. I mean, of course, there's the whole issue with the this whole space thing going around here, but I think everybody, I won't say everybody's done it to death, because I realize not a lot of people, either they didn't play this game, or they didn't talk enough about this game. One of the two. But I'd have to say for a level that entire thing was a bad idea. And I think Megatron agrees. He doesn't even give him the time of day.
Will you never learn, Megatron?
Alright, you're back.
Of an inhabited planet is not what our
where are we back to?
You're back to me actually hearing what you're saying.
Okay, good.
You're so lucky I've mandatorily haven't gotten good at segues on my own.
Okay, but is it going to be something where you mention that every single time something makes one of us have to come off? And just go back into the conversation normally and not reference the fact that something happened and that it's no longer happening.
Except that you're further doing it by saying that I shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, but no, you're just using that as a segue to turn into a bit rather than actually address what I'm saying.
Yeah, but now you're using... Okay, hold on. Let's just stop. Fine, let's just go. Let's do things your way. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't? Really? You had all this bluster and you... Whatever.
Hey, the thing that stopped me was something valid. So I was thinking about something else. I was thinking about those beans.
I mean, I hate beans. So that is why I got the Hormel's chili without beans while I was in America. And it's weird. It's like one of those foods where you have like a few bites and it's good, but then you continue eating and then suddenly things aren't so kosher anymore.
Yeah, that reminds me of pepperoni and chocolate milk.
What?
Pepperoni and chocolate milk get tiresome after like the first few seconds.
Okay.
Oh, you thought I meant both of them together?
Yes, I did.
That's
and
hilarious.
you know, people might call me out on that, but this is you we're talking about, alright? I think even you would understand why that was my first thought.
You see, I understand because I know the weird things I've eaten, but I also know that you don't know the weird things I've eaten. That's a really good missile dodge. So basically, yeah, it makes your reaction still makes no sense in context.
What? Yes, it does.
No, I'm saying that you don't know what I've eaten, even though I do. So why I could make that statement, it doesn't make sense for you to make the statement. I mean, you don't know about that time when I wanted to have Apple Jacks, but there's no milk, so I just used apple juice.
Please tell me you're making that up.
No, it's 100% true. I said, you know, it's Apple Jacks, apple juice, it probably complements each other. And it didn't, but I still ate it.
Well, don't waste food unless it's KFC's famous bowls, which I know you're going to disagree with me on.
May you say it again?
KFC's famous bowls, which I hate. And I know you're going to disagree with me on that.
Yeah, I do.
It's just, like, look, I can stomach the taste to an extent, but the mashed potatoes, somehow it felt so incredibly wrong in my mouth. Like,
Wait a second, did you have it in the US?
No.
Oh, well then, no, I don't know why it tasted bad.
Maybe I just got a bad batch or something, but it didn't just taste bad, it felt, the texture of the thing felt so wrong.
The thing is, it's literally the last thing I ate, so...
Yeah, I remember from our conversation earlier today.
Oh, okay, I was wondering what conversation you're talking about, and I got real scared. I'm like, what? What's this guy, what? Like, oh.
Yeah, it turns out I was there at the KFC, but you completely had that gap in your memory because I erased it. But yeah, the thing is that American food, as I've found, of course, there's a lot of varying different flavors, but usually the flavors don't hit you as much, even though there are a lot of different ones.
Yeah.
The exception to that, of course, is Campbell's chicken noodle soup, which apparently just like has the nectar of the gods, or God, whatever. Just like the point is, it's God nectar. So it was so delicious. I could not believe it. It's a good thing because it was one of the last things I ate.
I mean, I don't remember if I've eaten it before. I just know I've eaten, what's that thing that no one likes except me? Ravioli. Chef Boyardee.
Oh yeah, nobody likes that because I tried that too and it was disgusting.
I remember when we got a couple cans and it was like, okay, so Smear can just have all of those because no one else will eat it. And I was like, yes, that's perfect for me. And you can
also have the formioli.
I was avoiding that joke because it was low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, well, just because it's low-hanging doesn't make it any less delicious.
I mean, it's low-hanging, so that means like animals can jump up and
Which is why we need to get it first.
Okay, that was a good counterpoint.
Yeah.
Also,
Hello,
Transformer
Shockwave.
stuff is going on.
I'm
robots
aware.
in disguise.
Well, we're not really in disguise now. I mean, we're on our own planet.
That's true.
Just except what's funny is that I say that, but in the first episode, Soundwave transforms into a street light on Cybertron, and so he can disguise himself while gaining intel. So here I am thinking Soundwave's transformations, except in recent continuities, usually aren't of actual vehicles. And so before he does the whole cassette player thing, I'm just like, on Cybertron, was his default transformation a streetlight? Or was that just one of what he did?
I mean, I'm pretty sure transformations aren't fixed.
They're not, but there are different rules to that kind of stuff with each different continuity. I don't remember how it was in the first one. Oh man, I remember when I used this boss fight for my university course project in the Media and Children course for gameplay, for how games help with coordination.
Well, that sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah, it was really fun. The issue is that I had so many good points, and we started late because of I forget why. I had so many good points and everything that I had to downsize the video massively just to fit it in our normal stuff, which sucks because I put out a lot of work and everything. But the teacher was actually kind of interested, so I just broke it down into two and sent her privately, so she could just look at it.
Cool. So she's seeing
really
this and
love
just
that
thinking,
course.
what on earth is happening right now? What on Cybertron is happening right now?
If she was thinking that she wouldn't need to ask it.
Thought never occurred to me, Bumblebee.
Oh, high transition that's barely used in this, but is appreciated when it comes up anyways.
Oh, that wasn't edited in by you?
Nope. It's a standard Transformers transition, but I think they only use it twice.
Because I was about
Which
to
is
say
weird.
that, why are you pointing out yeah, we all see the editing thing, dude. Stop pointing it out. But then, the way you were talking, I'm like, oh, wait a second. So, as the exact same thing, but directed towards the game.
Except that people want them to use it more. Like, don't overdo it, but you underdid it.
Wait, you can turn into... Because that isn't like an attachment. And
Yes, it
Shockwave,
is.
that's just
Oh,
Shockwave.
no, actually, yeah, that's actually completely true.
So that doesn't make any sense. You can just get Shockwave as a weapon. Or maybe you can get the weapon that Shockwave mimicked to turn into that gun in the first place.
That is actually a very good explanation. Let's go with that.
Yeah, I like that.
Anyways, so we're just doing some after-mission crafting of chips. Of course, it being season 1 Wheeljack, this has the potential to either go amazingly or horribly. Like the time where he created the Dinobots, because this is back in Generation 1, you could just create more Transformers. You could just do that. But he created the Dinobots, but because he knew that dinosaurs, for the most part, had small brains, he gave them small brains. And why on earth would you ever do that?
Yeah, that's... No, so
Authenticity only goes so far when that's part of your army and they're some of the most powerful Autobots.
So, I mean... Actually, I have nothing to say now. I'm trying to say something, but yeah, I have nothing to say to that, really. So say something.
Well, don't worry, because the video's over anyways.